I don't want you to see that on video. Why would you have to see that on video? Let's see, I guess this will be okay. Actually move up, take the pillow off the mat just a little bit so your feet are on the mat. That's all. Thank you. Okay, so the moves we did, just in general, introduction into moving the body around and how our body feels in relationship to those movements. Now I want you just to put in a few of the meridians that are in the area there. Because remember, the general movement affects the bodies also, just locally. The meridians bring it a little deeper. Okay. So there are, on the inside of the leg, there are 3 meridians that we're going to be looking at. Spleen, liver, and kidney. Okay. And those 3 start on the foot and go up the body, and they end on the torso. So for this part of the demonstration, we're only going to do a partial meridian. We're going to start here and just come up right to this area. Okay. So to do the meridians, we're going to position the body so the spleen meridian starts on the big toe, and it proceeds up under the bone, straight line, and then it continues on the torso. So to thumb the spleen meridian, we're just going to start with pressure into the side of the toe, and we want to pay particular attention to the base of the big toe, because this is where the source point is, the balancing point. So you let me know when you feel a little tenderness.
Not there. Oh, right there.
Okay, so this is up underneath the bone. So everyone's a little different, right, because of how we articulate and use our foot. So you still have that there?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to hang out there for a little bit. Those source points are the points that bring balance to the meridian. And then you're just going to follow the arch of the foot, and it goes in front of the ankle. And feel this on yourself. The meridian is up underneath the tibia. So when you're doing the spleen meridian, you want to come up underneath the bone. It's called hook up underneath the bone. Feel a little.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep the work in front of you so that you can utilize your body weight.
So are you working specific points?
The meridian, just the
way,
meridian
just
first.
the meridian.
Yeah, I'm just doing the meridian at first, just so we have a sense of general placement of the meridian. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go up to the knee, all 3 lines, and then I'm going to do the 3 lines up in the thigh. But it's a continuation of the meridian. So that's spleen, and then liver starts on the top of the foot, and it's in between the big toe and the second toe. So if you press direct, and do this on yourself, press in this webbing, you're going to feel rather insensitive point. You feel that right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the balance point for the liver meridian. It should feel like a dull ache there. And we'll explain that, but this is a balancing point too. That's listed in your manual over. And this meridian also comes in front of the ankle. But where the spleen meridian was here, it's about a thumb width more medial. So this is liver. And you just lean in. And you lean in until the body stops you. Like sink, 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 and then I feel some resistance. So
You said liver's more medial than spleen?
yes.
Okay.
So
Where
they
is it
actually-
compared to the tibia?
What?
Where is it compared to the tibia?
Yeah, so the spleen is up underneath, and then the liver meridian is about a thumb width medial. Somebody else say something?
So they actually cross each other?
They are actually the 3 meridians that we're going to talk about: spleen, liver, and kidney. All meet at one point. They all cross over at one point. When I do all 3, I'll show you the point they cross over. So spleen, liver, and then kidney starts on the bottom of the foot. So if you look at the bottom of your foot, and you have this natural arch here, in line with the middle toe, up underneath the arch, there's a hollow. So feel that. Again, feel for that dull ache. You press up towards the bone a little bit. And this point is used traditionally if you're working on someone that's pretty depleted, because the kidney meridian gives you holds all the energy in your body. It holds what's called the prenatal energy, which is what you get at birth from your parents, and the kidneys also hold the post-natal energy, and that's the energy that you cultivate and accumulate during a lifetime, like through your experiences, through the food you eat, through how you breathe. There's three basic types of energy in Chinese medicine. There's prenatal, there's what you get from your parents, brain from the food, and air from the air you breathe. Okay, those are the three major sources of energy in your body, and that collectively is called postnatal energy. So the kidneys are a reservoir of energy. So that's why when we live a lifestyle where we're partying too much, doing too much mental work, staying up too late, whatever, your kidneys get depleted, And on the face you could always see, because you get dark circles under your eyes, that's one indicator of facial diagnosis for depleted kidney. But just a general sense of being run down and things, it's always good to work kidney meridian. So kidney meridian starts on the bottom of the foot, and it comes up behind the ankle, and it covers all this area here, but the source point, and feel on yourself, here's the medial malleolus, so put yourself in a position where you can see your medial malleolus. And the source or balancing point is between the malleolus and the Achilles tendon. Thank you. That means I was right. So if you look at the malleolus, and when I say the top of the malleolus, I don't mean the highest, but the highest point, like if you're looking at it and it's a mountain. And if you just slide right off of that, you'll feel a little hollow. And press towards the bone. So everyone do that and see if you feel a dull ache at all.
Oh, yeah.
You all feel? If not, say, so you can get in the place in the right place. So these are the points that we work on for depletion in people in general. So kidney meridian comes up, and then it comes up, right up underneath the bone, and then it comes out the widest portion, just on the inside of the gastron. So spleen, liver, and kidney. So to answer your question, all these meridians cross at one place. And if you take 4 of your fingers and place them on the top of the malleolus, where those 4 fingers end, use that as a guide to go up underneath there and see if there's some sensitivity there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all 3 of them meet. It's called 3 yin meeting. That's where the spleen, liver, and kidney meridian meet. So find that on yourself if you haven't.
Are we looking for the most sensitive spot within, real near there? Or
Within that range, absolutely.
and it's touching the tibia?
It's up underneath.
Up underneath the tibia.
Y'all feel some sensitivity there? That's, yes? That's 3 yin meeting. I'm going to come off of this before you explode. Okay? So,
How much depth are you using, or using just then with your pressure?
I'm sinking in just until the body stops.
Is it-
You want to sink in where there's give, and then when you're starting to feel some resistance, you hang out there. Because there's a certain sense of this. When you're trying to contact someone's energy, you put yourself forward, but you want them come a little bit, right? It's no different than when you meet somebody. If you want to try to connect with them, you start talking to them. And if they're receptive to that, they'll answer a little bit, right? So they're coming towards you a little bit. It's the same when you're working in Shiatsu, when you're trying to get into the meridian or the point. You go in as far as they let you. you know, because that's how much space they're giving you, and then you hang out there, and then if there's a little bit more softening, you go in a little bit more. Same, again, like if you're consciously trying to connect with someone. Because it's that ease that we bring to this that really allows us to connect. You know, the more that we can be at ease, the more you'll feel here. The continuation of these three meridians through the adductors can be had like this. So a figure 4, and I'm just going to do a little compression here, like the aerial shot. And then we're going to continue with the same meridians, spleen, liver, and kidney. We can position ourselves like this, and as these meridians come up, they come up equal distance through the adductors. Okay. You know gracilis? Okay, so 2 are on this side of the gracilis, the kidney is on this side of the gracilis. So when you start with spleen, if the leg was straight, here's tibia, it's just a continuation of that line, straight up. So just, right now we're going to focus more on the position and just leaning in.
What happens at the knee right here for that?
Well, the meridian crosses, but there's no points in the inside of the knee. It does cross over the medial side of the knee, but there's no points right there.
Okay.
So this is spleen. And this is more
Tender.
more spleen. Yes, it is on you. And I can go in a little bit more. So when you get responsible for these meridians, you know, and whoever gets spleen, you know, they'll learn the general location, but they'll also know the function and the energetic and emotional qualities of it. And that's what we're going to share in class. But first I wanted us to get used to the technique, some general location, and then we'll make it a little bit more specific and talk about some specific points. This second one is liver. So I'm still on the inside of the muscle here. And this one has a nice trough, like a little divot, like a little dip I can go right into. And just come up as far as is socially acceptable. Okay, so easy, no strains on anybody. And the next one, kidney, is the most lateral, and it's on this inside of the gastron, of the gracilis. And notice I'm positioning myself so that I can lean in with a nice extended hand and arm. Okay, so that's spleen, liver, and kidney, but remember these meridians continue up on the torso, but we're not going to do that part right now, we're just focusing on this. So, anything in general before we just try that location?
Should he put a pillow under some people's knee?
Okay, that's a good man to say. So dig this, so she's open, right? Her leg came easy. So it can take the pressure. But if you move someone's leg and their adductors are tight and they're up here, yes?
Does it matter though? Like mine can go all the way down, but it's tight all the way down. It's like tight no matter where.
Oh.
Doesn't matter how tight the gracilis is.
Well, then if it is so tight, and that's a good thing to tell the
it's
person
not uncomfortable.
who's working on you. Well, see if you receive the pressure better with the pillow. Or what I usually do is this. Because this puts me in position to work here. And I can come up, and I use my elbow just to sink in. And I can address the meridian like this. Pressure's okay. So it takes the, it puts the adductors in slack, obviously. So it puts the meridian in slack. So I like working this way. This is a nice position too if you want to hang out a little bit more.
Since there's more slack, are you putting a little more pressure? Is it not?
I think so. Because I'm leaning in more. So I think, yeah, Aaron. Cool.
So when you do your work, are you focusing more on the appendages, or are you focusing on completely going up the entire meridian? Are you going to keep following that, or do we go to the next leg and work it only?
I think quite often I just do the meridian from that appendage I'm working on, unless it's something specific. Like, sometimes it'll be a very specific session because of what they're asking for or what, comes up. And then I'll probably work the meridian in its total path.
Does energy get stuck when you only?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just, you're working because, honestly, we work and then we're going to go right after some more. So the meridian, following the whole meridian is lovely, and I think it's a little bit more dynamic in certain instances where it's that level of specificity needs to come. But in general, and we're talking at first here at general work, I want you to learn this, you have more of a flow here, and it's more applicable to bringing it into your existing work. But we'll talk a little bit about later on when we get the meridians in specific situations where you work the whole meridian. But this is more to help you support just starting to learn the general location, but also to keep a flow going around the body. Because if we hit go and then up here and then come back, well, first of all, it would probably be 2 hours long. But this one, you'll see when it's all together how it flows pretty quickly. But a good awareness to say, that's a good thing to say. Okay. So we try that, yeah? Okay, thank you. You have another question? Okay, cut.